Hey, welcome to a new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. Yes, I know it says the Celebrity CEO Show, but as Ramon figures out who he is and who he wants to be and who he wants to serve, this is the Rundown with Ramon, although it says Celebrity CEO Show. Here with my friends, fellow business owners, Robert Kennedy III and Lanika E. Johnson. We have a great show coming up today. Robert and Lanika know some of what's going on, depending on when they click the links in their email, or they have no clue what we're going to talk about today, and they are still here. If you're watching, if you see my smiling face and that of Robert Kennedy, that is Lanika, you are watching us on video live stream, and thank you for showing up. Thanks for being here on this show, on this podcast, and more, which it will be once it goes to post-production. And many of you as well are joining us across platforms on Breakfast with Champions, which is a social audio app on Breakfast with Champions. So glad you all are here on the BWC side in Breakfast with Champions. So glad you're here. And again, as I said earlier, good morning, good day, Mary, Kim, and Michelle, and all the crew who's here with us. With that, let me pause for a station identification. Robert Kennedy III with a beautiful voice, a beautiful smile, beautiful everything about you. Just say something, Robert, something to the people. Tell us something.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm just glad to be alive, my friend. So blessed to be with you all this morning. And I'm ready to rock. Let's do it. Let's make the world great today.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Lanika E. Johnson, talk to us. Say something to the people.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Lanika E. Johnson. I'm excited to be here, founder of Press and Trash Logic. I'm just excited to be here. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm here to talk to Ramon and Robert because, you know, they are my heroes. So thanks for having me.
We just got an upgrade. Thank you, Lanika. I'll receive that. Indeed. All right. Anybody on the BWC side wanted to comment, open mic, and say hello? And if not, no problem. But I always like to give a chance to the people. You know, we had a full hour segment. Maybe somebody didn't get something to say, wanted to say hi to Robert, Lanika. You kind of know the host by now, the co-host, Robert Kennedy, Lanika. So let me just pause for a bit on the BWC side. That's the beauty of being on this platform, Robert, Lanika. We get two-way conversation before we dive into several topics we're going to talk about. So anybody, let me pause for a second.
Good morning. It's Mary Lynn.
Mary Lynn, jump on in.
No, I am not a car. I'm going to change my profile back. I right now have a picture of a car. But I want to say good morning and thank you guys for being here. Your segments are awesome. And I think we see Robert down there if he wants to come up. And it was awesome to see Lanika. She came into Clubhouse the other day. So I just wanted to thank them for covering for you a few weeks ago. I didn't get to say anything. And then also say thank you guys for being here for a full hour.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. And your car looks great. It's funny how, you know, your segment today, I know nothing about cars, Mary Lynn. So I didn't get the significance of that. And for that matter, I know nothing about liquor. I know nothing about music. I know nothing about a lot of things that most people know a lot about. So your story was very nice. I saw the picture, but then I had the full contact with your segment. So Mary Lynn Wilkin, you are welcome on behalf of Lanika and Robert. Thank you for having us here and glad to be here. Anybody else want to unmic, say your name and join in before we get started with the show? All right. Here we go. And Robert and Lanika, I just changed the script of the show. What we're going to do, we're going to start with you, Lanika, on what you posted on Facebook. Actually, before we do that, we're going to get a little serious. I wasn't going to do this, but I thought to do this today. My good friend, my minister, and my sister of, you know, what do you call somebody who's not your flesh and blood, but you see them as your sister of 40 plus years. She died on Sunday evening.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I just wanted to say her name. You know, she meant so much to me. We grew up as children together. Our parents came into full-time ministry together. Her name was Kathy Dance. So I just wanted to, you know, it's that human thing. Nobody here knows her. She's nothing to anybody in this platform in a good way. So it's okay. But she meant a lot to me. And her name was Kathy Dant. And she was just, it's one of those trifecta people who do so much. You know, you see pictures of her as we were sharing her life, kids ministry, music ministry, homeless ministry, helping couples go through issues of marriage. She was just like that. And the fact that we grew up together meant so much. I just wanted to say and have y'all
rest in
celebrate
peace,
her life with me. Go ahead.
Well, we don't know Kathy, but we know you. And when you hurt, we hurt, my friend. So we appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Accept my virtual hug. I wish I could reach out and actually embrace you. But yeah, I'm so sorry that you lost someone that was special and precious to you.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
And you know what's harder is that, and I'm sure we all on this platform, BWC side, and you and Robert and Lanika, especially when they're younger-ish, they're our ages, she's between 40 and 50, something like that, so untimely death, even though, of course, in many church sequences, God chose to take life and all that, but it's hard to digest that sometimes when it's your 4-year-old kid or your 40-year-old friend,
Yeah.
when they're 90, nobody says, oh, untimely. So
Right.
anyways, that's that. Kathy Dan, I love you, sister, my minister, my friend, my little sister, and more. So Kathy Dance, shouting your name, and those who may be hearing this in my community, in my church, who know her, we definitely think of her. Ding, 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 ding. Topic number 2 of the day, Robert. I'm excited to see your reaction to this. I think, we got people in the chat. Thank you, Christina.
We
Thank you.
do.
The condolences. Thank you, Christina. And I forgot to hit the chat and restream. Thank you all for the good wishes. I appreciate that. But Cindy, good to have you here. Christina Howard, my second and a half most favorite human in the world. Glad you're here. Christina and others, Christina Macy, who are here. So, Lanika, you walked into a restaurant having reserved it over like years ago. You what I'm saying, Robert? She reserved
Here we go.
the room, and then Mr. or Miss, whoever it was, celebrity needed to go in. They kind of bumped you, did some smishy, smashy, janky stuff with you. You weren't happy because Lanika Johnson, by the way, has these amazing brunches. If you're interested in that, you're a lady. She don't publicize it quite a bit. It's kind of invite only. But Lanika E. Johnson, if you know her, DM her if you want to come to one of her brunches that are all over the world. So basically, Lanika, and you can continue the story, just get to the point, is you reserve the room for X number of people, 10, 15, 20, whatever it was, 30 people. You get in there. They're like, no, we can't give you the room, which you reserved eons ago because VIP person is coming. Lanika, unpack that. I want to see if Robert agree with me on this, even though I had a diversified view of you, Lanika. Go ahead, and then Robert, Lanika, talk to us.
All right. So, okay, I'm still fresh off this thing, y'all. So please bear with me. I'm still hot. So I hosted one of my bougie brunches in Atlanta this weekend, and the people who follow me on Facebook know already that it was already a really arduous task because I was having a hard time finding a restaurant that was up to par for the ladies. These are 6 and 7 figure women that are very high powered, and so I found a place that did not have hookah or a DJ, people twerking over eggs, right? That was what I didn't want. So I found the place that was, going to be beautiful and reserved it months ago. My team worked with their staff to make sure everything was ready to go. I get on an airplane, I get there, I say, hey, let me go in, the brunch is on Sunday, let me go in Saturday, let me have breakfast there so I can kind of catch the vibe. I can talk to the staff, make sure that what they talk to my staff about is the same thing that I expect. Go there, talk to the staff. They give me a walkthrough. This is the room that you're going to be in. It's a private room in the back. It's called the Rich Life Room. You guys are going to be, great. Here's your table. This is what it looks like. This is how it'll be set. Great. Worked with Valley. When I tell you I was there for hours working with them, left the restaurant. One of the vases broke that I needed for the table. So I'm in the store trying to get a vase. My phone rings and it's an Atlanta-based number. And I'm like, okay, so answer the phone. It's the restaurant. Miss Johnson, we just wanted to let you know, we just got a last minute request from a VIP. So we're going to have to move your party. Excuse me? What do you mean?
Well, I'll tell you what they meant. They're going to move your party to another room. I mean,
okay, we're going to have to move you. What move us where? Well, you'll still have space, but you won't be able to sit together.
Oh.
What do you mean? We're going to have to put you on two separate tables because we're not going to have this space. I said, okay, well, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. I'm going to need you to hang up this phone, go talk to your manager and call me back. And she said, yes, ma'am. Okay. 5 minutes later, she calls me back. I'm checked out. I'm walking to my car. She says, I talked to my manager. She agrees. You reserve the space first. You have priority. You will have your space. You will have your long table. You will all be able to sit together. I'm like, great. I have invested money in table decor that spans the length of the table that we talked about. We have spent thousands of dollars for this event. So I'm like, great. So this is the night before. It's like 8 o'clock at night. You know, I'm up till 3 a.m. prepping, getting things ready. I get there in the morning. I walk in, and the lady who called me says, I'm really sorry. An executive decision was made. We're putting you in a booth in the back.
How many people do you have, by the way, Lenika? Was it about 10 people? 20?
We had 15 people stuffed into a booth that was made for maybe 8 people.
I got you. So, Lenika, let me, if I may, let me just pause on this. I got it. So, Robert, here's my question for you. And Robert, you need to be I'm brother Robert, because I love you, brother. Very careful of your answer. Very careful, because Lenika is hot. She's heavy. She got her blade out. So, Robert, be very careful in your answer. Is there any version of Christina? I didn't ask the question yet, Christina. I didn't ask the question yet, Christina Howard. Stop answering the question. I haven't asked it yet. Is there any version of this world, Robert Kennedy, where the management of the restaurant, and Lenika, you may want to hold the cup with 2 hands, was the management of the restaurant was acceptable of what they did? Any version, even a small percentage, where you're like, I get what they did, Robert Kennedy. That is my question for you, the communication specialist.
Can I opt out?
No, you can't opt out.
Can I add one more detail?
Sure.
There was no space for me, so I missed the brunch. My brunch was happening, and I was at the bar. So I sat at the bar the entire time while my people were in the booth because there was no space for me.
It looks like you may have switched Robert's vote, but go ahead, Robert. Jump in, Robert. You got to say something. You got to bring it, Robert. I'm going to make you so uncomfortable because I got to vote.
So okay.
He's like,
so I'm going to
Robert.
I'm going to add or go to the other side of this a little bit. The customer service part of this is paramount. I mean, if you have been dealing with Lenika for the better part of a year or whatever the time frame was, and something changes. So there's this restaurant that we go to here in Maryland. It's an Indian food restaurant. And when we go there, I feel like the owner, like I know him.
Yeah.
Right? Because he comes, he's at the door, he's one of the owners. And I didn't even realize he was the owner. I thought he was like the maitre d' or something. But he was at the door and he's like, hey, my man. And anything that happens, he's involved and he's coming, he's walking around and he's shaking hands with people and making sure that everybody is cool and comfortable. To have Lenika at the bar for an event that she booked months prior, and not have the owner go out of their way to make it up, that says, I mean, I would say, okay, if let's say that the president of a country comes in and they're, you know, I see, I don't like it, but I see how sometimes they might say, okay, can we displace somebody? I don't like that. I don't like it.
It was a social media influencer, by the way.
Oh, got you. Yeah, no, that's a no. But aside from that level of dignitary, I would say, even in that case, not making the effort to make sure that somebody who's spent thousands of dollars with you is valued, taken care of, and going above and beyond to make sure that any accommodations are extra. They should have come to you like everything.
Everything.
Lenika, sorry, Lenika, hold on that. I just want to let you know you got a whole network of people here. Cindy and Christina, this is not Lifetime movie, ladies. So y'all don't have to like be all hard like this. But go ahead, Lenika, please share with me more. I just want you to know in the chat you got ladies like rooting for you. Go ahead.
So there were a few other things that made it even worse. So the owner,
oh Lord, oh geez,
the owner was there the entire time, and he sat at the end of the bar and never spoke to me. The entire time.
Oh my God.
Never spoke to me. And
oh my goodness.
And matter of fact, when I started to walk toward him, he walked into the kitchen and sat on a stool.
Geez.
and I saw him behind through the curtains sitting on the stool. So that made it worse. The other thing was when I was asking them what they were going to do to compensate me, they said, well, we've already comped you a bottle. We're not.
No.
We are 50-year-old women, 50-year-old business women. We're not looking for bottle service.
Buy 10 bottles, please.
Are you kidding me?
Lanika, let me give my 2 cents on this, Lanika. And as Diane, I think, touched on it. For me, Lanika, I think the problem here was how they did it. Because as Robert said, again, I just use exaggerations, president of the country, social media, all those are contextual to who we think people are. But I can see myself not moving you, Lanika, but like moving Robert. If he reserved the room, saying, Mr. Kennedy, we got to move you and do you, but we'll clear out all the regular patrons-ish, give you the table with, meaning my point is at a high level. All that happened is not good, Lanika. So don't like come after me when we meet. Don't like cut my tires, Lanika. But I think Robert and I may be on the same page, right? See, Mary Lynn, stop it. So my point though, Lanika, is that I could see shifting things. I would have done that in my restaurant and my bar. How it was done though, that was unacceptable. They could have pulled out tables, moved tables, asked other patrons who didn't reserve, hey, we need y'all to move somewhere. So my point is, notwithstanding the details, the overall point that I meant was I can see me having to shift people depending on priority status, whatever, but to make sure I don't inconvenience too much that's for sure. That was where I think they went wrong. They should have like everything, apologized, said, please come back and we'll give you 3 of the rooms, whatever, groveled. So I see you're not, Rob, but I think that's what went on. But anything you want to add on that before I switch gears here, Lanika?
No, but it's breakfast at Barney's. Don't ever eat there in Atlanta.
And by the way, Lanika, me and Robert still friends with you based on our response. Are we okay? I just want to make sure we're good.
You guys are fine. I think you guys are you guys understand better now, and I don't think you guys would have moved in the way that they moved. It's just at the end of the day, in Atlanta, for some reason, because that was not just the only bad customer service experience I had. I just find that Atlanta doesn't really have the Southern hospitality that the South is known for. It's more like Southern hostility. And so I would just rather not do events there with establishments.
I appreciate it. I won't ask, how do you really feel? I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, before we move on, Lanika E. Johnson, who do you want how can people reach out to you? Who do you want to serve, Lanika? To give us a minute or two of a little background of who you are, not why you're here, but who you are, who you serve outside of being on the Celebrity CEO, the Rundown with Ramon show. Talk to the people and give us a little bit of who you are and who you want to work with, Lanika, please.
Yes. Okay. So, I've been workshopping it because I'm like, I do so many things. What is it that I do? So I said at the end of the day, for me, it's about freedom. So that's what I do through all of my companies and my projects. So with press staffing, I work with entrepreneurs to give you your freedom back by helping you delegate to a tech-trained VA or remote staffer, right? I'm working on it. And then with Trash Logic, I work on giving property managers their time back, their freedom back, by not having them work on things that's really not their business. So give me the trash. We will manage your trash for you. You go do what you do, which is manage your properties. And then, I do bougie brunchers, which is, just hanging out with women and celebrating our freedom that we work so hard for. That is what I do.
I love it. Reach out to Lanika. Follow her on IG. She is good people. And really, I've learned so much from Lanika, been in communities with her. Robert Kennedy, by the way, I want you all to get your pens and pencils out, fax machines out, carbon copy flyers out right now, because I want you to take note of something. Open up a fresh tab right now, everybody, especially if you're on a PC or Mac. Open up a fresh tab, and I want you to get ready to listen to something that's going to help you. Marketing is so important. How we market is so important. Video is so important. So I want you to open up a new tab, get a pen out, get whatever out. Robert, talk to the people who you are, what you do, and feel free, please. You got something big coming up. Feel free to talk about that. The mic is yours.
Well, I'll just say it this way. It's so good to have great friends like Ramon Ray, who are experts and who are phenomenal people in every avenue or every area that they step in. And they're so phenomenal that when you decide that you're going to put on an event, they just say yes without any reservation. So Ramon Ray is going to be speaking for a summit that we've got coming up called the Amplify Voice and Video Influence Summit. And he's going to be speaking about how to build a brand with your voice. Ramon has had so many, oh my gosh, something's in my eye here. Can't get it out. All right. Ramon's had so many phenomenal.
Probably crying over the brunch.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what it is. Oh my God, let me go. Yeah. Now you got me all distracted, dude. So Ramon's had phenomenal events and relationships with a lot, so many names. Speaking of influencers, names that we could talk about. Seth Godin and he's been with Gary Vee and a lot of different people that who just have name recognition. So to have Ramon come to speak about building a brand at our event, it is phenomenal. So we're going to be, if you go to amplifyvoiceandvideosummit.com, you can register. This is a 2-day virtual event, April 23rd and 24th. Ramon is going to be up on day 1, April 23rd. And we have 15 fantastic, phenomenal experts and speakers and presenters that are going to be sharing with you how you can increase your influence and how you can grow your sales, leveraging the power of your voice and video. So go to amplifyvoiceandvideosummit.com. If you are on video right now, if you're watching the stream, there's a little QR code right beside me. So go ahead and click on that. If you're not sure how to work the QR code, hire a teenager and they can help you out. And yes, that's what's happening in my world.
I love it, Robert. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lanika, for being here. We got about 35 minutes to go on the show. And, Lanika, like when somebody coughs, you cough. When somebody sneezes, you sneeze. I think you and I should just be rubbing our eyes right now. Robert is annoying me. Yeah. Rubbing his eye. I feel like there's something in my eye and there's nothing in my eye. But seeing him do it.
Again, I rub my makeup off. I got to keep my hands
It's the tears. It's the tears. I'm still mad about the Breakfast at Barney's, people.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
keep saying it. Breakfast at Barney's. Don't eat there. Okay, go ahead.
Oh boy, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, the celebrity CEO. Get to know us better, get to know me better at zoneofgenius.com. We are growing an amazing publication for small business owners, zoneofgenius.com. Definitely check me out there if you want somebody to come and speak at your event, host your event, not at Breakfast at Barney's. You want someone to host your event, speak at your event, definitely let me know. Call upon me. I would be honored to do that. And also, I got something coming up. If you go to bit.ly/get corporate clients, I also have an amazing training coming up to help you get corporate clients. And I'll be going live about that in the next hour or two. So bit.ly/get corporate clients. So between Robert, myself, Lanika, we got something for everybody for sure. That was a good segment. Let me check the chat on the BWC side. Kat is saying, I'd get my money back or my clap back somehow. Kat, remind me never to, right? Remind me to never go to war with you, Kat. Michelle McLean, sounds like that's a bar rescue episode all day, Michelle. You are good people, Michelle. Thank you, Christina, for putting that in there. Let's see here, Professor. What is the name of the place? We said that already. Kat's going on. It's like an episode of Punk'd. I love it. We got some
for
good
real
here. Michelle, I would be livid, especially if I'd already paid. Nope. Heads would roll. Sorry, not sorry. I'm telling you, Lanika, we got your kind of people in the BWC crowd. I'm telling you, we got people who they're gonna fight for you. Glad you all are here. Let's move on to
this. Is like topics. Lanika's got the earrings off Vaseline crowd.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh man, I you know what I did, Robert? I accidentally. Oh, okay, I thought I blocked somebody by accident. I hit a button and I'm like, no, I don't want to block them. All right. Hey, Ayanna, a piano lady, glad to have you here. Let's move on to other topics here today. Got a few more here. Again, we just talked about Lanika E. Johnson. I think the bottom line we talked about here is communication and customer service and experience. Those two things are important. I think What a Story, and we'll probably have a version of this later on today at zoneofgenius.com. A few other things I wanted to touch on today. Robert, turning to you, thought it was interesting. Saw this on LinkedIn News. Headline, Starbucks tightens its dress code. Side note, how you can tighten the dress code, Robert, tighter than having a green apron and whatever they have under the green apron and hats and the little buttons they have, I don't know. But let me just dive in a bit deeper because, Robert, sometimes I can go on the headline, I go all off, and I realize then I was wrong what I talked about. So part of its effort to revamp Starbucks, Robert, it's tweaking its dress code for baristas beginning May. Frontline workers will be required to wear black tops. I like that. They're saying whatever it is, it's got to be black. That's a way to, by the way, side note, to easily and low cost have a uniform. It could be a shirt, a t-shirt, whatever, but black top, and you have the green apron. The chain will provide each company, with 2 company branded shirts at no cost and pants of khaki, black, or blue denim. The new, more restrictive code will allow our iconic green apron to shine. So bottom line, Robert, they are having a dress code, good, bad, indifferent. Good lesson learned, Robert. What do you say about what's going on? Just from the headline you saw, Starbucks is saying we're tightening the dress code and adding further, Robert, as you may know, this is kind of part of the mood. I saw a news article as well where they're shifting how they're doing mobile orders. They were saying they're getting way too many people in mobile orders and they're losing the Starbucks experience. So it seems like these are incremental steps bringing back Starbucks. But Robert, talk to us, whatever you want, whatever thread you wish to pull in this.
I mean, we're talking about it. It's in the news, right? When there's staleness or when there is ambiguity or ambivalence about something or a brand, what does that brand do? That brand does something that is newsworthy, right? And so it may not be a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but it's something that causes discussion amongst people. And as we were talking about the summit just now, the Amplify Voice and Video Summit, you're going to be talking about building a brand. Brand is super important. And so sometimes our brands need a refresh. Is that just doing a new logo? Is it changing the colors? Is it putting on a new commercial? It may just be like saying, hey, we're getting our employees to wear different colors. Now, so whatever it is to do the refresh or just get in the news or get your name in somebody else's mouth, good or bad, whatever the case, it grabs attention. So from a brand perspective, from a marketing perspective, let's go. Thumbs up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Lanika, thoughts on that? And one thing I will say about you, Lanika, with your team, I don't think they wear uniforms because they're distributed. The context is different. But you just, again, if I'm wrong, just feel free to say I'm wrong. I love putting my foot in my mouth. I enjoy it. I do it all day. But it seems like brand's important to you. I've seen your brand. You got bags. I saw something a few months ago, whatever you had online. You did some things. So it seems like this is something right up your house. And before you answer, Robin, Lanika, and Christina, I hit a button. And I think I put Christina into the bad category. I got to watch when I click. And if anybody knows how to take somebody out of banned mode, let me know. Christina's my peeps. And I'm seeing 1 or 2 people. I think I kept my finger on the mouse too long, Robert. And I don't see from my people. So I just wanted to shout that out, Christina, if that's you.
The comments are gone too. The Facebook comments are no longer.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. I could have done something. Well, that I can pull back here, but I just did something here. But back to uniform, back to branding. Starbucks, what they're doing. Lanika, talk to us. What are your thoughts on what Starbucks is doing?
Yes, brand is very important to me. When my team is together, we all wear the same clothing. We all wear the same shirts. We wear khaki pants. It's really important to me to be uniform. If you look at any of my brunches, you can't come to my brunch unless you're in dress code. So my nails are the colors that were the brunch on Sunday. So everything is uniform. And honestly, I'm like, it's a black shirt. I mean, really, are we mad because we have to wear a black shirt? I mean, that I think that it's really not that big a deal. It's not a civil rights violation. No one's being silenced over a dress code. It's just a shirt, and it's a brand. You work for a company, you represent the company. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a bigger picture here that I'm missing, but I'm like, it's a black shirt.
I think it's a good thing. I think uniforms definitely are good. I think there's no harm in having uniforms. I think they're good, especially in the Starbucks example, as they're looking to revamp. And my guess is what happened is too many people showed up a bit schlubby, and they're like, we can tighten this because the apron, I must say, why are you laughing, Robert? What's wrong with my words?
I love your vernacular, my friend.
Yeah, man. I mean, you don't want no schlubby people. So I think that too many people showed up schlubby. They had the green apron, which is a help for the uniform, which for sure that identifies it. But I bet too many people went over the edge. And when that happens, that's where you got to tighten. I must say, side note, even in my church, I tell some of the guys, again, ladies, y'all have a different side of uniform. I can speak to it. But the guys, I'm like, dudes, I know you coming from school, but like even hoodies at the Wednesday night Bible study meeting, I get it. You're in school, but maybe have a collared shirt. I'm not trying to be old fashioned, but you going up front, you ministering. So that's a side note, but it's a similar thing. I said, I definitely don't want uniforms. I like to be popping and wear what I want, but at the least, let's put a collared shirt or a polo shirt and just look a bit more presentable. Let's not wear like a bus. So, that's
right.
So
Yeah.
the question, Ramon, that I ask in some of this is what drives this? What causes this to happen at this particular time in history? So if I look at online here, some people are saying on LinkedIn that this is not really brand new. Their dress code used to be this back in the day, 10 years ago. But there's another person that's saying that this is meant to highlight or create a more consistent experience that causes or encourages customers to linger and spend more. So I guess what's driving it is somewhere underneath this is Starbucks is saying, hey, wait a minute, we're losing money. Hey, wait a minute, our revenue, our numbers are down. What are some small tweaks that we can make outside of getting big billboards and Super Bowl commercials to get our numbers to increase again and cause our people, our customer base, to hang out and not just with their laptops, but with their wallets.
And I want to say I agree because I am, a Starbucks girl. I'm at Starbucks every day, but it's not the same. It's just not the way it used to be. It doesn't feel the same. It's, it's not a place I want to hang out. I want to go in and grab my coffee and I want to go. When I used to, go in with my laptop and sit there all day and, kind of have meetings there and talk to people. And, it was more of a community thing. And it's just not the same. And I'm glad they're doing something to try to, build something that feels like something because it doesn't feel like anything anymore.
And you're a devotee. You're one who's been there a
Yes.
lot. At Starbucks, you a Starbucks guy, or kind of you go there when you can, or you not? Are you a okay? Yeah, so you like me? You go if you're passing by it, maybe whatever it is you've been in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Lanika, hearing from your perspective, that's something because me and Robert, Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing me and Robert have a different perspective. We in and out. We know Starbucks. We know the brand. We'll pop in there. But you're all in. So I think there's probably different levels of customers. Maybe for someone like you, they're like, we want Lanika to come back more and more. You're feeling something. So you probably like eyeing Dunkin' Donuts or the Keurig machine. Okay, sorry.
Now my Keurig does trump Starbucks.
Yeah.
My Keurig will always trump Starbucks. But I do Starbucks every day. It's like literally when we're done here, I will order my drink on the app and I will drive over there and grab it.
All right, I love it. So, and by the way, what do you all think? I'm curious for the people. Should we have a uniform on the Rundown with Ramon Celebrity CEO show? Should I force? I mean, listen, I pay Robert and Lanika enough that I can have some leverage over them. Should I force Robert and Lanika to wear a uniform? What did
Send me a budget?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
As long as you have enough in there to give me a new microphone color for the show, let's go.
Mary Lynn, I think that was your voice. Jump in, talk to me.
I think the uniform and force should be whatever they feel like that day. But because I know how much you pay them.
Yes, a lot.
But I also think, Lanika's right on point because that's what I wanted to add is I feel it's a course correction because with a lot of things, they're like, we want to project individuality, have pink hair, nose ring, tattoos, wear your leggings with skulls on them and your beanie and your tie-dye shirt that doesn't match. But hey, you have a green apron on. So you're, they were like really like promoting individualism, but people don't necessarily want to see that in a place of business because, they were over promoting that to the point where I think they need a course correction and people like to go in and feel like something's polished and put together and people are, I hate to say it, like in order because it reflects, cluttered mind, cluttered house, cluttered workspace. It feels cleaner. It feels crisper. It feels more professional. It feels more like community, like she was saying. So I think that it was just time for a little course correction on that.
Mary Lynn, I like that. And I think you're right. Again, as much as we love do what you want, act when you want, dress what you want, that's a great point, Mary Lynn. And maybe that's what Lanika was feeling. She may not have said it, but maybe that's she's coming in there feeling a bit of that schlubbiness. Curious, Mary Lynn, I'm just curious, and I want us to vote here as hosts here. I do think, Mary Lynn, that BWC would be better. I think it would improve. I think it would up level everything BWC is doing. If the hosts wore uniforms when they did their segments, I think shame on you, Marilyn, for not thinking of it earlier. I think all hosts who are doing segments on BWC, especially when it's audio only, should have uniforms. Thought. What do you think about that, Marilyn? Would you think about implementing that maybe? See, Marilyn, Michelle just said yes. Michelle's voting yes. Jackie's saying yes. Marilyn, what do you think? Uniforms for the host.
We used to have a badge icon.
No, not badge icon. Sorry, Marilyn, I'm just cutting you off. I'm talking about a uniform.
Right. So that was like the uniform badge icon, but I think we're going to have to move to orange polos.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, no.
I like that's giving preference to Robert Kennedy III.
That's right. Let's go. Come on.
I want to know who's picking the uniform. I want to know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Trisha, you'll have to take selfies of yourself to prove to Mary Lynn that you're wearing the uniform because nobody's going to see it. And we don't want to do, the honor system here. So Michelle is saying yes. I see your vote. Jackie's saying yes. Sign me up. So there we go, Mary Lynn.
Ramon,
yes,
it's Jackie.
Yeah.
No, I utterly disagree. I know that Breakfast with Champions appreciates authenticity and people showing up as themselves, even though we're part of a wonderful community. So that's a big heck of a no from me.
But Jackie, let me just push here a little bit, Jackie. If Mary Lynn were to send you like a black shirt and beige pants to wear just for your segment, Jackie, like from 8:30 to 9, a half an hour, you got to put them on real quick and take a selfie and send it to the WhatsApp or something like group. Even that, Jackie, wouldn't say yes to that.
No.
Wow.
I mean, Jackie, you could be yourself for the other 23 hours.
Exactly, Jackie. I mean, it's only 29 minutes and 30 seconds, Jackie.
It's actually 1 hour for my segment, so I give double the value, and no way in a heck. There were other places on this app that tried to make you brand you under them.
Yeah.
And for me, that is wrong because everyone brings something unique. And I know Mary Lynn appreciates that, just like you, Ramon. You know what I mean?
But maybe I'll start to not appreciating it. So I may change. I'm just messing with you, Jackie. Thank you for having phone me. Listen, everybody. So that Starbucks is having uniforms. Please jump in. Talk to me.
Oh, I just wanted to thank, I did not know. I had to go back and look after Lenika said that. I wanted to thank Robert for kicking us off with the orange polo uniform. Thanks, Robert.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go orange. Go orange. Next up here, before we do next up, Robert Kennedy, can you talk about one more time your event, what's coming up? I know you got people coming up there. You got amazing events. Talk about that one more time, Robert. Talk about what that is. And Lenika, I'd love to hear from you again as well. Robert, talk to the people one more time, please.
Love it. The Amplify Voice and Video Summit. If you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, and you're looking to leverage voice and video to build your brand, boost your leads, and skyrocket your sales, and you want to come and join us on April 23rd and 24th for the Amplify Voice and Video Summit. Go to amplifyvoiceandvideosummit.com. As a matter of fact, we've got 4 working on the 5th or 6th fabulous sponsors. Big View, Speaker Videos, Elgato, Speaker Hub. One of our sponsors, Speaker Hub, they are an AI-driven platform for entrepreneurs and speakers and small business owners who want to get on stages, get on podcasts to increase their reach. And what they're doing as a benefit for this, if you register as a tier 2 or tier 3 VIP registrant for this summit, they are gifting a silver and gold membership for 1 year to their platform. So listen, the silver membership on their platform is $150. The gold membership is $350. And they did not say, Robert, we're giving 5 away. They said, listen, anybody who registers as a tier 2 or tier 3 attendee for this summit, we're giving them a year on our platform for free. So yeah, go check out speakerhub.com. If you don't know anything about it, go check it out. If you're interested in using your voice to grow your brand, come to the summit first of all, but then utilize that platform as well to get some of the information that you need or the opportunities.
Yeah, Robert, thank you.
Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com.
Amplify Your Voice and videosummit.com. I will be there and all the cool people will be there to learn for sure. Lanika E. Johnson, talk to the people. Who do you want to serve? Who do you want to be with them? By the way, sorry, I keep doing this every time I call Lanika. Restream, if anybody knows who uses Restream and knows how to unblock people, if you inadvertently block them on Restream, please somehow let me know. I hit block one or two good people, and I know when I close the room and open a room up, they're unblocked, but I wonder is there a way when you're live to unblock them? It just bothers me because I've done this more than once, clicking, and then I click something. Lanika Johnson, talk to the people. Who do you serve? Who do you want to talk to? We know who you don't want to talk to. We know that for sure. Who you do not want to talk to in Atlanta. But besides that place, talk to the people, Lanika, please.
Once again, don't eat at breakfast at Barney's. Okay, so I am Lanika E. Johnson. I am the CEO of Press Staffing and Trash Logic. But what I wanted to say is that I have been asked to be the keynote speaker at the Ensure Waste and Recycling Conference in Houston on April 24th. And I'm excited. I'll be speaking on behavioral shifts around waste, what's working, what's broken, and what's being ignored. And then I will be in Las Vegas on May 4th for Waste Expo 2025, where I will be continuing a conversation on innovation, advocacy, and practical strategies for smarter waste systems. So yeah, I'll be in 2 cities over the next few weeks. So one goal, smarter systems, better outcomes, just all things waste and recycling in this season. But don't forget, I am the CEO of Press Staffing, and I have your staff. If you are overwhelmed, call me. I can help you. I promise you, give you your time back. So pressstaffing.com.
I love that. Pressstaffing.com. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it so much. We got about 15 minutes to go in this segment. Let me pause here real quick. Anybody on the BWC Breakfast with Champions side? Clubhouse is alive and well. Again, we got so many people still following us on video, which is a good indicator that the show is engaging, that people are enjoying it. And that's my main thing, is Lanika and Robert Kennedy know, everybody has a different way they show up. For me, it's kind of like fun first and foremost, even over money or anything else. I figure out the rest. Number 2, do like to share information, do like to dispense information, do like an engaging audience. But I like to have a good time with people I love. And again, rolling with Robert and Lanika for the past several weeks, forgot we first started it, is pretty good as well. It's a good point, Robert. But let me pause on the BWC side. Anybody wanted to jump in, say hello? Let me know. I'll pause real quick on the BWC. Anybody want to unmic and say your name?
Ramon, Ray, it's Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, talk to me.
I just wanted to let you know, I just sent you a text message with all the detailed steps to unblock people on Restream. So it's in your text message.
Thank you. And I wonder, can I unblock them live? I may test that after, the next 15 minutes. I may test it just to see what happens if I can do it live. But thank you for that, Michelle McLean. By the way, Michelle McLean, how are you doing? How are things? How's your world? I think you were under the snow in mountains and a hurricane and all kind of things. And like you live with 2 people in a small little town somewhere in the USA. Why you live there, I don't know. But anyways, how are you doing, Michelle McLean?
I'm fantastic, man. I live here for the $1 million view. Literally, I have a 360-degree view of the Rockies. So, and coincidentally, God placed me right here. And we're actually in the Sangre de Cristo range, which literally translated is the blood of Christ mountains. And I believe that you bloom where you're planted, and this is where God planted me. So until he plants me somewhere else, I'm gonna stay put. So. But I'm great. Thank you for asking.
No, you're welcome, Michelle. I have 1 or 2 follow-up questions. Is there space to land a helicopter in your area?
There is, yes.
There's
actually space to land a helicopter on my property. So.
Okay, that's what I mean. Yeah, good. And would you host like 25 to 30 to 40 incredible, high affluent women with purpose at your place?
Ironically enough, that's why I bought this property to begin with. We were planning on building like these glam type cabins with different themes. And unfortunately, the county is a bunch of 80-year-old men who have no desire to grow this town. So I'm actually looking to purchase a second property now in Utah. Where I can do that because it's county water rights and wells. And I mean, there's just all kinds of red tape. I've been to the county 7 times, offered to bring in remote cisterns and restrooms. I mean, you name it. Wow. I've looked at every loophole and tried to figure it out. But that was the original reason I bought this. I wanted to do retreats like that here. And unfortunately, the county is just putting the kibosh. But I am in the process. I will be in Utah next week for the opening night of the Post Malone Jelly Roll concert. And we're actually going to be looking at some property out that way as well. So coming soon in the future, my friend.
Well, Michelle, here's my offer to you. One of my partners hosts Bougie Breakfasts. And
I love Bougie Breakfasts.
Yes. And I will. And if you want to pay me, I say about $5,000 per woman to host them at your place, to pay me, Michelle, to host the women at your place. We can arrange that. So you chew on that and sleep on that
Ramon,
tonight,
I
Michelle.
will tell you this. I will pay you $2,500 a woman if you can convince the 88-year-old man running my county on the board of commissioners to let me have people here. You can convince him to do that, my friend. We will split the proceeds. How's that?
I think Ramon can do that. Ramon's quite a talker. He might be able to do
I
that.
am all about it. Maybe he'll have more luck because I you know what? I'm actually thinking about running because there's an open seat next year. So I'm like,
Yes, do
what?
that.
Can't beat him, join him, right?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. There's
Anybody
a
else?
website for that, Women Run or something like that. Or yeah.
I love it. Oh, great. You know what? Great job. Guess what? I think Robert Kennedy, Christina Howard, if you're listening, can you chat something? I have unmuted. Thank you, Robert. I did it live, my brother. I appreciate you. And thank you, Michelle McClain, also for sending it. But I wasn't sure if I could do it live. I didn't want to hit the button, Robert, to just get a little tickle. I right-clicked, open new tab, unmuted. And Christine, if you don't mind, if you're still there, can you do a little chat? I had automatically blocked you and a few others, even Dr. Tajiri from past chats, but I realize now I've unblocked, so I feel better. Thank you. This is, anyway, moving forward. So, yes, see. It was an accident, Queen. I didn't mean to. Finally, it works. All right, everybody. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Hanging out with my good friends, Robert Kennedy III, Lanika E. Johnson. We got about 11 minutes to go in this segment. Anybody else on the BWC side wanted to join in, comment? I always got stuff to share, but always love to see if anybody else before we go on for our next segment or two as we move forward in the beautiful, beautiful day. I'll pause for 1 or 2 seconds. All right, moving forward here. Let's see which one I will pick, Robert. Will I go with the FTC and Facebook, Lanika, and you're going to be up next, Lanika? I think I'm going to touch on this one. Interesting headline. Gusto, payroll service for small business owners and others, says that more young adults are working for their parents, Lanika. I think that's pretty interesting and cool. It doesn't mean all, and these are just stats and a headline of the day. But I know as a father of 2 children, who my children have fired me, I fired my children, back and forth. But the point is the principle. Robert knows that feeling of working with our children. Scott Simons has talked about working with his children. I have a buddy of mine, Jeff C. His daughter heads his social media and things. So, Lanika, when you see this headline, yes, there can be some negatives, especially, if you don't have good communication, like anything we're doing, like life,
Yeah.
But I think that there's an interesting part to having children. And one more thing I'll say, Lanika, my buddy John Jantz, you probably read the book Duct Tape Marketing, maybe. I know Robert knows that book. His daughter now runs his business. So, Lanika, we'll talk a bit about just this aspect of the young adults, not children like toddlers, but young adults, grown folk, working with or for their parents. Talk to me.
Well, I have this experience because I have 2 children, a 21-year-old and a 22-year-old, who, have worked in my business throughout the years. And I have one really impactful moment with my daughter where I went through a transition where my business partner at the time, I had to walk out the door. So there was a lot of, upheaval in the company. And I was really just not functioning well. And my daughter at the time, who was only maybe 18, it was her first year in college. She had worked with me all this time. She was with me when I started the company, and she saw how I was quickly declining, just mentally, just, emotionally. And I remember she just started walking around and gathering things and packing things. And I said, "What is happening?" And she said, "We're going to the office. Come on, let's go." And she packed up everything and took me to the office and literally took over my administrative team and put us back on track because I mentally just wasn't there. And so even though she wants nothing to do with the business now, she's, she graduated from college and she's in art now and she wants to do that. But having your children in your business can be really positive because it's somebody you can trust. Most of the time, they're not going to steal from you. They want what's best for you. And even though your personalities may clash, at the end of the day, they want you to be successful. And I think part of the reason my daughter is very successful this young, she's completely independent. I don't financially support her. She's only 22, is because she worked with me from the time that she was 14 years old. And she understands how to conduct herself, how to handle her business, how to negotiate for herself, how to advocate for herself. So I think that just being in business and having your children in the business for however long you can have them, I think is a really great positive thing to do.
Absolutely. Robert Kennedy, thank you, Lanika. Robert Kennedy, talk to us. I know you have personal experience with this as well. Talk to us about this.
Well, I fired my kids a couple of times. So, that was when they were younger. They were teens and they were a little bit, their brains weren't as mature at the time. So, I don't know if they would work with me now or not. My daughter is in the area of finance. She's graduating from college this year. And so she would probably be a good fit for some of the stuff that we need in our business as we scale and as we grow. Does she want to work with dad? Who knows? Dad at work, or dad's demands from a time frame perspective at work are a little bit different than in the house. But then I've got an adult daughter now, so we've got a different relationship than when she was 16. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think it's not just kids and parents. I think family working together, period. My wife came into my business about 6 months ago, and she's still not full-time yet. She's just part-time at this point, but we've had to relearn each other. There's some stuff, there's some conversation, some boundaries that we've had to put in place because we're working in business together. So, that family dynamic does add a different layer than your average employee.
And that's a great question, Lanika. Let me, I'm not sure which, but can we address it right now, Lanika? Because we test. Can you do it right now? Your question?
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert, for sharing that. So you're looking to see the chat. You don't see chat on your side, Lanika?
I don't see it on the, it was there, but now it's not. Robert, are you able to see it?
I don't think you can see the chat because I put it up like this. Oh, you do see the chat, Robert. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think it depends on if you're full screen on your then you may need to click a tab down at the bottom.
And your word in the chat is click, Lanika, the word chat, on the design. I don't know what you have on your side.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, if you're down at the bottom underneath the screen with the three of us, there may be 3 tabs.
Yeah, I clicked on it. It's not there.
Okay.
So I mean, I clicked on this.
Tell us when you get it. And the reason
I think what happened was that the Breakfast with Barney's people stole your chat.
That's what happened.
I'm sorry. We're gonna get in trouble, Ramon.
No, and here's the question. I'm going to ask this on the BWC side. If y'all could help me with this, I'm going to take a quick poll here, and y'all can just unmic, put it in the chat. Christina, thank you for all the work you're doing here. Curious as well, Lanika, you cannot make a facial expression. You can't nod your head. You have to just be stoic. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes, Lanika.
Okay.
What do y'all think about us having the manager of?
Let's go. I know what you're saying. Bring them. Bring them.
And we're gonna do this show in a nice, respectful way, but explain what they did, and we're gonna get some, due process for Lanika. I don't want to know if Lanika will accept it or not yet, but I want to know what the BWC, your chatters, others, Christina, whoever wants to chat on wherever platform you're on. Let me just see some yes, B, or no, B. Yes, B means we're going to get to Breakfast with Barney's manager, whether they know what's happening or not. Because I have the number in front of me. We're going to do it in this segment. We'll do another segment. But should I get them on the phone and talk about this incident or not? And then Lanika will, please, thank you for Lanika. Lanika will be able to say if she will accept that or not. Let's see what the people say. Should we do it? And Robert, while waiting for people, what do you say, Robert? Would that be a cool segment to have Breakfast with Barney?
Well, I don't know Lanika well enough to read her mind yet, but her face was very stoic, but I did detect her fist clenching. Just a slight.
No, but what do you think, Robert? Her vote's not in yet. Should we have them? Do you think we should connect with them?
I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's ding, ding, ding. Ring the bell. Round 1. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to have to get my iPad so I can be on Clubhouse. Then my phone, because I have two thingamajig audio. Christina said, you know what? Christina voted yes. Now, Lanika, thank you for your patience. Would you accept the phone call with facilitated by me and my man Robert Kennedy? Lanika, would you accept the phone call with them?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I just that my only concern is giving them an opportunity to weasel out and not accept accountability. I just think that they would come up with whatever their thing, you know what I mean? Whatever their spin is on it, but whatever. If they want the smoke, I'll bring them the smoke. We can have it.
But let me tell you what would happen, Lanika. I am so secure of myself, and I know Robert and you, Lanika. that if they went the wrong direction, it would just be bringing more shovels to the funeral. So they have the opportunity to get a ladder or a shovel. Ladder going up, shovel. So, and you know what I'm saying, Robert, right? They went the wrong way. The show would just light them up. I would take a kerosene can and just pour it right there in the live show, Lanika, because I got you. Robert, what do you think? You know where I'm going, you know what I'm saying, Robert?
Yeah, listen, I mean, I think any company that accepts an invitation like this, number one, they've got to know that it's an opportunity for them to save face in some ways, especially if somebody has placed information out there about them. So they would be mistaken if they came on here ready to throw fists. But you know, we'll see. I can't make up stories or vouch for what people's thought processes are these days. So our job is just to throw the invite out there.
Bring them.
Let's go.
And just let me know when it is so I can make sure I bring every woman who attended the event. I want them to be here. I want them to be here because they deserve an apology.
I'm going to plan and work on it, and it probably will not be. If anything, we'll do it whenever it's convenient. This will happen, and then we may play the episode here or something like that. But we'll make it happen. And the thing I would say, Lanika,
dude, that's need to be live. Ain't no recorded episode.
Okay, you know, but that's a good point because Ada and Atlanta, they could do it. Good point, Robert. Good point. And here's the real reason, Lanika, I want to do it. Lanika, it's not for your sake, Lanika, or their sake. As the producer of the show, they need to give me a $5,000 to $10,000 coupon for me personally for doing it. For me just doing it. So
a coupon. You gotta eat there.
If they gave Ramon a $5,000 to $10,000 coupon and then apologize to you, I think that's all they need to do, Lanika.
A coupon?
I mean, $5,000 to $10,000 credit, like, you know, credit that they can host me for the next 10 years, give me all the food I want unlimited, and then for you, they just give an apology.
I need you to never step foot in their restaurant. Ramon, where is your loyalty?
No, Lanika, which I know.
This man ain't loyal.
No. I mean, after they apologize, Lanika, I'm saying give them a chance to redeem themselves. That's not cool. That's what I mean. If they redeem themselves,
how can they? Okay, if they redeem themselves, I don't think they can redeem themselves. But if they can redeem themselves. Oh, sorry, my alarm's going off.
Although Robert,
that was you. That wasn't me. Everybody,
it is that time. Robert, tell us one more time where to go. The link of the event you're doing here, and thank you, Christine. I'm going to show her thingamajiggy. Go ahead, tell us about that event one more time before we wrap this segment up. This is so good.
Let's go. Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com. Come on, April 23rd and 24th. We're going to teach you how to build your brand, boost your leads, and skyrocket your sales by leveraging your voice and video. Amplify Voice and Video Summit.com, April 23rd and 24th. I'm your man, Robert Kennedy III, RK3. That's me. Let's go.
Robert, I love you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the show. Lanika E. Johnson, talk to the people.
All right. I'm just going to give my website out. If you need remote staff, it's pressstaffing.com. We can staff everything from video editors, virtual assistants, human resource managers, whatever you need, as long as they can work remotely from the Philippines. I got you. We are pressstaffing.com.
I love it. Thank you, Lanika, for being here. I love you. Thanks for being a good sister to me. Thank you for being on the show. You add so much to it. And my name is Ramon Ray. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com, your next event host and MC. And definitely as we're building zoneofgenius.com. It is growing every day. Appreciate you being here. And with that, we're going to end this stream. Let's click end right now. We'll smile at the lens. Thank you, Lanika, for being here.
Don't block me. Don't block me.